We'll close the door so Socks doesn't get out.
Yeah, I just pet Socks and say, remember you're in my room. And then close the door.
That was not a mean thing. That was a keeping him safe thing.
Yes.
Gives a little yip and then goes and lays on the sire's legs. None of you currently know her name.
At least he likes her.
I remember you saying, even I don't know her name. I don't remember her name, at least.
Nope. Jackson, how are you trying to go about this hunt?
That's a very good question. I don't know.
You know what? I'm actually gonna go down and pull a siren and just hope that Jackson gets some idea. Go find one of the herd and slake one of my hunger. Take him out back or into one of the back rooms.
Dimico will arrive in the middle of this display.
What display am I arriving in the middle of?
Matt's just finishing up watching Home Improvement, but Candi is seducing someone for Jackson to watch.
I have a question about this. Are you seducing a guy or a girl in terms of showing this to Jackson?
Probably a girl, well, I don't want to take one off the floor, though, is the problem.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll go for a guy and then kind of nudge at one of the women on the floor.
Jackson, perhaps you feel a little bit self-conscious about approaching someone quite so openly, but you can attempt to get talking with somebody and let your natural charisma flow instead of trying to manipulate them into coming out to the alley with you. Tempt in an opportunity for such.
Alright, yeah, he'll do that. Very self-conscious given this is his first time feeding, and last time I did that I got turned into a vampire.
With the nudge from Candi, the girl's busy, but somebody else spots it. Darla gets to talking to Jackson.
Oh no. We need her.
And for once, she doesn't seem quite insufferable and is actually listening to you talk. What stuff interests Jackson?
He would be talking about paranormal stuff that he believes in, because he doesn't know most of the paranormal is real. That hasn't been explained to him. He got told there's werewolves and vampires. So he's full-hearted, like, yeah, I know most of that stuff's probably fake, but it's still interesting how the equipment works and all that.
She seems legitimately curious about what you're talking about and gives you the wink and a nudge back to the alley.
Yeah, needing to feed and following the example of two very bad parental figures, he goes with it. He'll follow her out back.
Do you take 1 point of hunger or 2?
I only can take 1 without killing her. So yeah, I'll take the 1 and then I'll lick the wound shut.
She's a bit of an older woman, so there's a very cougar feeling to the encounter, but she seems satisfied by the experience. You are buzzing.
Oh, you're high. Oh, fuck, dude.
You're not quite sure what was in her system, but it was a stimulant.
That's how Darla runs off.
Got a little bit of a buzzy feeling in you as you come back in. Perhaps adding a little bit of jitters to the shame or pride or mix of both that Jackson feels when you walk back in.
I would say definitely shame.
Candi gives a big thumbs up from the other end of the alley.
Darla thumbs up.
The guy that randomly started sleeping there, one of the two, and she's like, I'll take him.
With that, managed to sate that hunger, and folks are back together in the Scarlet Lounge. Candi, you're not entirely sure how much Darla knows?
Yeah, no, I need to let Jackson know that she's human and not under the masquerade whatsoever. I really need to cool Darla, but I can't because she's my fucking touchstone.
Some of the stuff that she's said, and some of the stuff that you've casually said around her, you're not entirely sure if she knows or not.
Yeah, that's true at this point.
Dimico, you see Matt and Fox are the unoccupied ones when you come in.
Good evening.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going well. I've prepared myself. You can see he's actually dressed differently tonight. Not as you saw him like his first night, but he's dressed evening attire for a party.
He's all snazzy-like?
Yeah, he's definitely dressed up, but not in tight formal black suit kind of way. It's more casual.
Casual, fancy. Got it. Yeah, Fox is still in his flannel, so yeah.
Oh yeah, I suppose I would have dressed up for tonight.
He says, I see things have picked up in there.
Got a fancy evening. Oh wait, is this crime night?
No, not necessarily. That's tonight and tomorrow, potentially. But tonight is a night that, if you're free, I would like to make things happen. Do you have clothes for the occasion, or do you need to shop or something?
Wait, what? Me? Candy? Who? Wait, what? What's going on?
Candy. Sorry, Fox. I was not speaking to you.
Yeah, I didn't think so. I just wanted to make sure. Okay.
I figured you had your, what was it? Don't talk about it night?
Yeah. So there's that. I try to talk to Orin at some point, let him know that some stuff, but gotta figure out that whole Jackson thing first, because there's that whole shit.
Yes, I'll go see if I can deal with that. Is he up and about, or?
Oh yeah, he just. I look out back where Jackson had gone back. Jackson and Darla back at this point.
Yeah, they're just coming back in at this point.
I imagine he walks back in just staring at the floor, rubbing his knife.
I glance back, see Jackson come back in. Yeah, okay. He just fed successfully for the first time, so.
Well, successfully is subjective, but let's say at least he won't go hungry.
Yeah, successfully
you
in
helped
that
him.
there's not a huge stain and parts of a body everywhere. Calling that a success.
Well, I was going to see if I could perhaps borrow and teach him some things tonight. And Candy, I would very much appreciate your assistance with the matter we discussed.
Yeah, I'm there. A little nervous not having Fox there, but I can do it.
I can be at your side the whole time.
I appreciate you. You are still not Fox. Candy and Fox have a weird codependency. I appreciate it, and I feel safer with you there.
Fox, there is something you might help Matt with that he's working on, but I'm a little concerned whether he'll be motivated without a little assistance.
Oh?
I wanted him to look into the TV guide.
James Spagg, yes.
Oren wanted to look into it so that he could make a connection. He wants a background run on this person. So if you can find out where he lives, a basic dossier of information that we need to know about him, Oren would definitely appreciate it.
Okay.
And I know it's on Matt's behalf that he is requesting this.
All right. Who is this?
James Spagg.
A nudist television host.
Yes, he's the nudist television host.
James Spagg?
Spagg.
In any case, this fellow owns his own TV station. He's director of TVAP. Get his personal details, put it all together, at the very least where he lives, that sort of thing. Give that to the Baron yourself when you see him if you plan on it. And I'm sure Matt can make use of that in some way that the Baron has planned.
Okay. A little bit outside of my zone, but I'll see what I can do.
I suggest it to you because it's technically Matt's task to do, but it's hard to do things on your own sometimes. If you want to. You don't have to.
Yeah, I'll see what I can find out.
Well, if you haven't managed it within the next 2 nights, I'll offer my assistance once I'm no longer tied up with this gallery.
Right, you got the stuff with the whole crime and shit. Yeah.
No need to be so direct, but yes, it will hopefully.
Hey, Dimico. I'm a gang bro. And Fox just grins and pats his shoulder lightly, and they'll check in with Matt first before heading out.
It's still 1997, right?
It is late 1997, November.
Hey, Matt, how's it going, man?
It's going good. This week's episode of Home Improvement starred some perky young lass known as Pamela Anderson as a new lady, and she's going places.
Sure, okay, cool. So, heard you gotta look into this James Spagg person?
Yeah, the nudist TV program, Matt says without taking his eyes off of the television. I've been thinking about going down to the station and raiding their office for information on where he is. But I don't know off the top of my head which channel he's on with his nudist show. I think it's time for me to go through all of my TV guides. Do you want to help?
nudist show?
Yes. James Spagg is a controversial figure. He ran a call-in cable TV program about nudism, and he did it in the nude.
Okay. Cool.
He's an eclectic artist, to say the least.
Right on. Good for him. I mean, I got a little time. I'm going to bust some heads later. You probably don't have any interest in that, but I can give a little help looking through some stuff before that. I'm guessing the Vampire Fight Club doesn't start up immediately after sundown.
No, it starts at midnight.
Okay. Yeah, I got some time. I'll probably head out around 11:30, but I want to see what we can find.
Sounds like a plan.
Jackson's just in the corner booth, looking down, not making eye contact with anybody.
He's staring at his hands.
Candy will walk by, give you a pat on the back. Good job, hun. Just process that feeling, and walk back over to the bar.
My skin is tingling.
Okay. Shit. We can't have water.
Hydrate! Oh no!
Fox walks by as well and says, "Congrats, man. You're a man now." And walks off.
That's how I... Okay.
Worst parents ever!
Yes.
Jackson,
He purposefully did that to make it worse.
I'm gonna go bury my face in multiple pillows or something.
Jackson,
That's almost everyone's first experience.
Fuck, they're my pillows.
Dimico's just standing there saying your name.
Well, yeah.
You have important business to attend to tonight. There's no time to be wallowing.
I feel like I'm on a cloud, man.
He's not just wallowing, he's also high.
Well, these are things that he'll have to learn to deal with. Sometimes the people you feed on may be drunk or high.
It's not an overwhelming amount in any case. She's still working after all.
Darla has a high tolerance.
Yeah, and Jackson has not really had the time for any recreational activities, working as a waiter and immediately knocking the fuck out because he works the graveyard shift.
Oh, back of house during graveyard shift has a ton of coke. Come on.
Jackson,
Not him.
Jackson, focus. Snaps his fingers in front of your face.
No, I'm not a dog. Yeah, I'm listening.
Well, perhaps listen closely, because this is very important.
Okay.
You need to find a haven tonight.
Weren't we talking about the apartment things across the alley?
Yes, so lock that down. Make it happen.
Okay.
You have the money for an apartment?
I have $20 on me. I've yet to check my credit card.
I see. Alright. I'm going to give you a loan that you're going to pay back.
Well, no, hold on. Before we do all that, weren't we gonna wake up my whatever she is to me, technically? She had somewhere to stay.
Would you rather wake her up in a strip club full of blood and people pumping just below it, all thriving with life and ready to be drained? Would you rather do it in your own private apartment, where you can control where the blood comes from when you bring it?
Good point.
Hierarchy of needs, Jackson. You need a safe place where you can conduct your own business. You need a haven. And to do that, you need money. I'm going to loan you enough to get the first month. And then you're going to deal with it after that. Understood?
Alright, yeah.
Let's go. We're going to take care of that now. Then we can move your sire after it gets later. But if you don't mind just getting ready, I'll swing by in an hour or so. Should be ready by that time.
Yeah, no, it'll take me literally no time.
I mean, you gotta get all that glitter off.
Yeah, he looks you up and down. No time.
Honey, this is not clothes.
That's why I suggested a performance artist.
Can I change what I'm wearing?
It will take a rouse check in order to change your form. You also need to essentially manually do it.
No,
In
it's
front of
masquerade breaching to do in front of someone. But I will go in the back and run a rouse check that I succeed. Slutty but refined is what we're going with.
All right. In that case, Dimico, you are taking Jackson out to get your resources.
Yeah, I just had one curiosity. Was the club looking like it had more people tonight, perhaps of college age and variety?
As a Friday night, absolutely.
The thing I did a couple nights ago. It had something to do with it.
Yeah, actually, this is busier than one would usually expect of this club on a Friday night.
Wonderful, wonderful. Do we need a liquor run? Not running out of booze with college kids.
Darla does a quick count of the bottles and gives a nod.
Yes, we do, or
We
yes,
need-
we don't.
Oh, we
Okay,
need more.
then I'm taking the fuck truck out for a minute. If you write fuck truck on it, no one steals it.
I'm not sure that's true, but we'll find out.
In any case,
Then I want to go use my resources to pay for a single month and security deposit to get him a apartment that suits the best needs that we can find. At least 2-bedroom apartment.
then yes, it is fairly easy. How does Dimico retrieve cash?
He keeps a bit more than normal cash on him, like hundreds of dollars and all, but to do this, I think he's going to use a bank card that he has prepared to a bank account that he keeps a couple $1,000s in just for incidentals like this.
Gotcha.
Usually you can give them the information, they'll run it when they do the lease.
Then that's easy enough. You're able to withdraw the cash and make a few calls to the landlord. There is a place open and it can be signed expeditiously. For a little bit extra, it can be signed under the table. You're in the part of town that they're open to that kind of offer.
I'm just curious, what would the benefit of under the table be?
Your name's not on it.
The police are probably looking for Jackson because he did murder someone and then run from a cop.
Why don't we put a fake name on, but pay under the table so he doesn't run background checks or anything weird?
Exactly. It won't come up on any background checks.
Yeah, it makes sense. All the background checks came back fine. Here, we can rent you.
Exactly. With Dimico taking spearhead on that particular task, more skilled at the kindred side of bureaucracy and anti-bureaucracy that comes with the underworld, you are able to get that set up, and you are given keys.
Having given that, I'm gonna go back to the club. I'm gonna get socks, and I am going to drag my sire, carry them over my shoulder and all that.
Not even a fucking thank you.
Oh god.